Back again with the neighborhood potato. Morning, Jake. You see Jake out? It's but 30 in the morning. From the comments, R1. Mia's portals, nylon portals. And a pile of links. Let's get to it. I think this guy's gonna go. I'm gonna figure out what to do for panels. I like yellow, but I want to make this put a livery of some sort on here. I'll figure it out, or let me know. See what you think. Mia's nylon portals. I loosened off some of the screws. I'm gonna do what I always do. I don't care what brand or however. I always take them apart. I always lube them, and I always check if they need to be shimmed. Set of links. I think they're a random collection of links from Amazon. So while we are giving it the old lube job, CV joint grease made with some molybdenum. Great stuff. This stuff stays on the gears. It doesn't wash off like red and tacky. It doesn't evaporate like red and tacky. While we are doing the grease, we got some clanky bits. We're going to throw on some Amazon Vanquish brass, which fits the Mia's knuckles. So we're going to start off with doing that fun stuff. Pull off the pew and I throw it on the ground. It's back. I got my little tray there. Tie rod. All right. There we are. Get my little wrong size. Throw that in the bin. There we are. This will be my first build with the Mia's portal nylons. I don't have too many rigs with portals. I think. I don't remember mine. Actually, I got more rigs with portals than I thought. Somehow they snuck up on me. See what I've got. The beaver. I've got tank. I've got Zool. I've got the Yikong. I've got Deadpool. What else do I have on portals? Oh, the two TRX4s. I've got my Red Cat Fusion. I think I've got more on portals than I do have straights at this point. So let's get these bearings pushed out. There's one. Looks like I'm going to need a rag. There we are. Let's do this. That's the wrong one. There we are. There we are. Get this big bad chicken in there. All right. That one's done. What do we need to take that guy off? This guy? Sure enough. Set screw out. Hex out. Drive pin out. We are going to, this goes here. Now just for grins, before I go any farther, I want to check, make sure I don't need any more shims. That feels extremely tight. And I saw a shim in there. I want to take the shim out. That little shim in there that was on there. Let's take that out and try it. See how tight it is then. Throw this back in here. Because if your bearings are too tight, you're actually going to prematurely wear them out. Because you're putting a constant load on the side of it. It has a little slop, but I think I'm okay with I'm okay with the slop that it has. All right. Cross pin. All right. Hemostats it is. Big fingers. Tiny little pins. Equals hemostats. I think I picked them up on clearance off of I think it was off of Horizon for like $3 a piece, something like that. All right. Pew. Oh. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I was just thinking, I forgot to put grease in, but then I just realized there's a great big open hole where my finger's at on the backside. So I can just stuff it with grease on that backside and not have to worry about it. So as of right now, I'm not going to do any over under drive yet. I want to build this and see how it acts, but most likely I'll end up putting some over under drive in, but I don't know what transmission I want to go with yet. So once I figure out the transmission and I drive it, then I can figure out if I want to do, that one's a little, that one's not going to work. Once I figure out which transmission I want, I'm going to drive it, and I'll figure out what it needs. So if it needs to be faster, I'll overdrive the front. If it needs to be slower, I'll underdrive the rear. It did work. All right. Must have had just a little. All right. All tight. Well, that feels really nice. Okay. Greaser-rooney. Just gonna keep feeding it in there. I think I'm gonna call that good. All right. Did I forget something on the other side? I sure did. All right, where's the plastic one? I need a bearing. And I probably let's see if I can get it snuck in there. Would you look at that? Just look at it. If you can. I can't. You can't see it. I'm out holding it out of the camera. Are you going to fit in there? Something's not happy in there. Or is that because I'm up? All right. Lid's coming back off. And of course, I screwed up that screw. So, gonna have a little bit of fun. To be fair, the Allen bit that I'm using, it is like the cheapest one that you could ever possibly buy, and I should just throw the damn thing away. I have some better ones, but they're about 100 yards away, and I don't want to go get them. So, let's see what I have right here. I know I'll be right back. All right, made it back. I'm gonna try my luck with gripping this right on the side. If not, to the Dremel we go to cut a slot in it so I can use a flathead screwdriver. Flathead screwdriver it is. I'll be right back. All right, grab the Dremel. Focus. Made a little slot. I already broke it loose to make sure it works. And it works. So here we are. That's what happens when I'm using cheap tools on little tiny things while on camera. And it happens off of camera too. But, hey, tech tip, Dremel tool, cut a slot in the top of the head, flat blade screwdriver. All right. Pull the cover off. Now I can have a better idea what I need to do. And it looks like I need to pull this guy back out. There's that. Maybe we can get enough room where we don't have to pull the whole thing off. We're learning as we go. Like I said, first time with a set of nylon Mias nylon axles. I've done the Mias nylon straights. Fantastic axles. And hey, look at that. Now that I got some room behind the gear, it went right in. Hemostats again. There we are. There we are. Tighten that back down. Okay. Let's try this again. I will have to, on the other hand, go find another screw. Which I have more screws. But I'm not going to go in those holes yet. Because I'm going to reserve those two holes for possibly a different type of screw. I may or may not have this size of screw in the button head. There's one. There's two. There's three. I'm going to throw this one right there. There we go. I can put that on later. So now, let's get the axle in there. There we are. Kingpin. Take the grease off of my driver. There's one. There's two. And I think today we're just going to go through this front axle and we'll leave it at that and then come back to adding the links and setting the wheelbase and all that other fun stuff. But before I take this last screw out, I want to do this. I know, so everything's feeling still really smooth, even with adding the knuckle. See, this axle doesn't have the clip here. So now I know whenever I choose my drive shafts, I'm going to have to keep that in mind and shim this because there shouldn't be any play here. So when I choose my drive shafts, I'm going to have to either shim or not shim depending on the drive shafts I'm using. So to take up this play. And if you didn't catch the video, I have a video of shimming the axles and greasing, go check that out. There we are. Whew. This is by far the most grease. I think I'm going to leave this grease in here, honestly. And that looks like a 30 tooth ring and pinion. That's a lot of grease. I honestly did not expect that much grease in this, because my Mia straights that I put together did not have nearly that much grease. So for right now, throw these back in. Do a cross pattern, and I run them down and I just barely snug it up. And then I do a cross pattern with a hand tool, just because my hand tools are a little bit better quality tips than my electric one, and I can get the better feel of making sure I'm not going to strip it. All right, so while you're staring at me monkeying with this axle, help me think of a livery for that. Leave it down in the comments. So I have Deadpool sitting over here. We can either go with something that'll complement Deadpool. We've got, let's see, we could go DC. We could go whichever. Figure out a name for it, figure out a livery. So it's like the Beaver is I named it the Beaver after the Belchy Beaver Brewing peanut butter stout livery. Let's swap out to the powered one for that. Pachoo, pachoo, zoop, zoop, zoop. NASCAR sounds. So, from the comments, it was made between my Instagram page and my YouTube post. R1 Capricorn to Mias nylons. It was actually said to do 4-wheel steer. I don't have the Portal 4-wheel steer axles at the moment, but that's something I can do later. And this will get me started. And I'm probably going to go with Class 1 tires. I've got a few Class 1 tires, and I don't have very many Class 1 rigs. Just getting these bearings pushed out. So I'll set that there. Need to get this one pulled out. Did I just break my tip? There we are. Nope, I didn't break the tip. All right, good. Knuckle 2, bearing in, second bearing, in. Just because the last time, washer off. Don't throw those away. Those come in handy for other things. All right. Oh, don't forget, put the bearing in there. It's hiding right where the other one was. Yay, I did it. Didn't forget this time. You probably think I haven't done this before. All right. A little bit of play. We're okay. Another reason that if you like a little bit of play is efficiency. If you have your shafts and your bearings all tight, that's just extra drag on the drivetrain and your battery life is going to suffer from it. Oh my goodness. Tiny screws. Where'd you go? And I apologize if this is boring, but if you're into building, this is what we do. I'm not gonna cut the stuff out because I don't want to sit there and try to edit it out, and that's not what I want to do. I just want to do everything that happens to everyone else. I'm not going to do fancy magic and go, hey, look. I'm going to run into problems just like everyone else. And when I run into problems, that's when we go, oh, hey, look, when you run into this problem, you can do this. Just like when I stripped that screw out, I ran into a problem and showed you how to fix it. And what I should have done, hindsight, always being 2020, I should have ran a tap through these holes to clear them out. There we are. I think it had some paint or something in the hole. There. And if you feel it tight, just kind of work it back and forth. Don't try to force it, because that's how you strip screw heads out and break them. Spinning good. Nope. I don't need this yet. I need this one, which is this. Spinning and squeezing it in there. Let's see if we can get it sucked in there. I need to work a little bit more on the lighting, but let me know what you think. Is the lighting okay? Do I need to work on it? Do I need to work on something else? The more information that you can give me, the better, so I can work at making better content for everyone. There's that one. All right. Hey, there's the other kingpin right on the end of the thing. Driver yet. I suppose I could have weighed those. I don't remember what the weight were, but it is significantly heavier now. I want to say the outers were like 92 grams. And then I don't remember what the inners were, but we're here. Grabbing the scale. All right, I can adjust you down here. And then, is it going to fit on there? It will fit on there. Zeroed out. Let's go to grams. 0 grams. The axle is now 459 grams. And if I add in the, there we go, 480 grams with the tie rod. Okay, so now that I've done the front axle, same thing goes for the rear. I don't have brass to add to that, but I'm going to go through it, double check for grease, add grease where it's needed, go from there. And then I think the next video, we're going to work at putting links and getting it up on the cage. Don't forget, if you like this, give me a shout out, subscribe, let me know what you think. Which direction should I go? Have a good one.